So, damit kommt ist aktuell die Nummer 43 der Welt. Spitzname Double Dekker. Herzlich willkommen, Jan Dekker. Jan Dekker bekommt es zu tun mit einem der WM-Viertelfinalisten aus diesem Jahr im legendären Alexandra Palace. Er hat 2016 bei den Players Championship Finals auch schon mal im Halbfinale eines Major-Turniers gestanden, ist inzwischen einer aus den Top 20, die aktuelle Nummer 17 der Welt, der Demolition Man D.Webster.
Well, D.Webster has made it to Munich after travel problems getting here. His match, like the two before, rearranged, and he will take on Jan Dekker in the final match of this afternoon session here on the first day of the German Darts Grand Prix, where we've seen a mixed bag really. Steve West struggled through in the previous match against Paul Rowley. Wins two for Ryan Meikle, Keegan Brown, Danny Noppert knocking out Christoph Ratajski. Germany's Max Hopp delighting the home crowd, and really impressive performances for Luke Humphries and Steve Lennon, who saw off Nathan Aspinall in the match of the afternoon session, but this has the potential to rival it. Dan Dawson joins me, as he will for every single match this weekend. We apologise in advance about that.
Well, let's see which Jan Dekker turns up, eh? Because you don't know. It could be 82 average Jan, it could be 112 average Jan. 112 average Jan turned up in consecutive days on the Pro Tour earlier this year and lost both games with 112 average.
And as for D.Webster, we're just happy that he has turned up.
Yeah.
I think out of all the players that were struggling to get here, you were the most concerned about Darren finding his way.
Yeah, well, I mean, Darren is a man who's turned up to European Tour cities before now.
Game on.
He's flown into the wrong airports, he's turned up to cities in Germany, then got a train going 200 kilometres the wrong way, ending up further away than he was when he started. He's just not very good at being able to find his way there. Once he's there, he's very good dart player.
100.
Certainly is a winner on the PDC Pro Tour last year. D.Webster, a World Championship quarter-finalist too.
He had designs on being England's #1 during the World Championship.
56.
Well, yeah, I think somebody got a bit of a head start at the end of that tournament.
94.
We will, of course, see the world champion Rob Cross in action here tomorrow, along with the likes of Michael van Gerwen, Peter Wright, Michael Smith,
59.
and Dave Chisnell, who will take on the winner of this contest.
Yeah, Chizzy among
93.
the players to have claimed a European Tour victory. Multiple finals for Dave Chisnell, come very close to adding to his sole win on the Euro Tour.
99.
One of 13 players to have one European Tour title.
60.
There are 6 that have more than that. James Wade, who is in this tournament, as is Kim Huybrechts, Michael Smith, Peter Wright and Michael van Gerwen got 21.
55.
And the other, of course, is Phil Taylor,
151.
who hasn't been gracing the European Tour stage for some time. He did turn up a couple of years ago to one and won it, didn't he?
Won
Phil
it, yeah.
Taylor?
119.
Fantastic setup shot for the Demolition Man. Gives him a chance of an early break of throw in this one. Did beat Jan Dekker earlier on this year in the UK Open qualifiers.
133.
He'd lost the 3 previous times they'd met.
Game shot the first leg. D.Webster.
1-0 to the man from Norwich.
First game on.
He turns 50 this year, D.Webster, and he's playing the darts of his life. It was 11 years between
85.
World Championship quarter-final appearances for Darren, and even back then when he reached his first in 2007, I mentioned Phil Taylor. Taylor was the man that beat him, and
59.
he was bigging him up then, saying that he'd been practicing with him before the tournament, and he was smashing him up on the practice board.
134.
Well, it was 12 years between his PDC titles, wasn't it? Although the one he'd won previously wasn't a ranking one, I think. Or if it was
97.
But it wasn't in the year of the Pro Tour, was it?
Yeah, the Open Oost Nederland back in 2005.
But he had that run as well at the Players' Championship finals the previous year when he had Michael van Gerwen on the run.
Well,
unfortunately for Darren, Michael van Gerwen came racing back.
134.
6-0 up in the semi-finals in that one.
It was a fantastic game at the World Championship as well that year, didn't he, against Michael?
60.
So certainly, yeah, I mean, he's been saying it himself for a long time. When he brings his practice game onto the stage,
59.
he can beat anybody.
Require 122.
All he's got to worry about today is beating Jan Dekker. And he's made a flying start.
82.
Well, by hook or by crook, he's left his favourite double top. Great looking first start. Oh, this would be very Jan Dekker.
120.
Just has this
40.
capacity, Jan Dekker, to pull out those kind of big combination finishes from seemingly nowhere. But he does find himself 2-0 down.
First game off. '81. 136.
Well, this is the final match of the afternoon session. Will return this evening.
What's a standout game for you tonight?
Well, I'd like to see James Wade in action. He takes on Madas Razma. The way that James Wade played last week, that could be a fairly one-sided affair, but I'm looking forward to seeing if James Wade is going to carry that kind of form on.
140.
In terms of a contest, I think there's a couple that stand out to me. That's Martin Schindler against Chris Dobie, and the one that follows it, James Wilson against Tony Alcinas.
60.
Yeah, some fascinating ties there.
Well, that tie with Wade and Razma kicks off the evening session, and it draws to a close with Adrian Lewis taking on Jordi Meeuwissen. So two tungsten titans in action this evening. Players that,
59.
if you just dip in and out of darts, you might expect to be seeds at these tournaments.
65.
Well, not the end of the world there that Darren Webster can't take out double top for an 11 or 12 darter, because Jan is some way back. And there is a chasm forming in the averages in this game at the minute. And there might be one forming in the number of legs one as well, because that is 3-0 with a double break. Darren Webster averaging up in the high 90s. Jan Dekker averaging up in the high 70s.
Well, you did ask the question at the start of this match, which Jan Dekker will turn up. I think we've got our answer.
Yeah, mercurial is the word with Jan Dekker. He is, I mean, look, you've seen his runs at Lakeside. He's played some fantastic stuff. But look at that first 9 average. The scoring is, I mean, it's 40 points lower than Darren Webster at the minute.
85. 134.
Jan Dekker has had 1 dart at doubles, and that was at double 16 at the end of 152 combination.
85.
Yeah, but it's not been good from Jan Dekker. A few players have struggled a little today.
99.
Not sure how the changing schedule could have affected preparation, all that kind of thing. You know, Steve West mentioned in his
137.
interview when he was counting his eggs that he just felt lucky to have made it here. And as it so happens, so far, the couple of players that were affected by travel problems have won. And it looks like that trend is going to continue.
82.
Well, he got a dart at a double, which is what he was after, rather than one at the bullseye. Jan Dekker. Finishing is his strong point. Oh, and he's missed a big number. He doesn't even get a dart for the leg, Jan Dekker. A criminal
51.
mistake.
Darren, you acquired 12.
Well, it's round about your height, Darren. Double three should be all right.
Games on the fourth leg. Darren Webster. Fifth leg Jan 2 for first. Game on.
Well, he enjoyed that. A breeze so far for Darren Webster.
125.
Jan Dekker gifted him the opportunity.
70.
There are a few players today that have kind of been gifted the match.
Well, I mean, Steve West said he was lucky just to be here. He's even luckier that he's managed to win 6-2 with a 79 average.
The Nop at Ratajski affair was
60.
Not to the standard we expected either. But then Luke Humphries, man you tipped at the start of the year, is one to watch out for. Very solid display to kick the tournament off. Excellent stuff from Aspinall and Steve Lennon. It's just a shame that one of them had to go out so early. And encouraging signs from Max Hopp, even though the average wasn't stunning. There was some pretty impressive gutsy stuff from the Maximizer, Germany's number one. Certainly delighted the 2,500 fans we've got here.
Yeah, well, the
Zenith.
The couple of bullseye finishes that Hopp had really were the difference.
48.
Well, this is the chance that Jan has been waiting for. He's finally going to get some darts at double.
96.
Only had one dart at double in the match so far, Jan Dekker. That was at double 16 and he missed it.
40.
Should have had another.
Game shot the
this time he hits.
Jan Dekker. 6th leg damage for first. Game on.
And avoids the prospect of the first whitewash of the German Darts Grand Prix.
96.
In the absence of an expert
99.
such as Paul Nicholson, I suppose you'll have to do, Dan.
Sorry about that.
Is Darren Webster in this field of players whose next
100.
logical step would to be win one of these European Tour titles? And do you think he could be a man to do it?
Well, I mean, there's no reason why not. He was... now then.
108.
Bit of fire from Jan Dekker. If you can make a World Championship quarter-final twice, more than a decade apart, if you can make a semi-final of a major tournament and be leading the world number one 6-0 in that semi-final, everything suggests that you have the game to go
58.
and win something like this. We saw Darren Webster when he absolutely demolished Simon Whitlock a couple of years ago at Ali Pali. But he's capable in long format games of averaging over 100, and that's good enough to win against anybody. Oh, hang on, Jan. Ooh, needed another one of those to get a dart for the bullseye. Jan Dekker has just gone up 2 or 3 gears in the last couple of legs, but it might not be enough. Because that is an excellent kill. 84 in 2 darts. Darren Webster maybe snuffing out this Jan Dekker rebellion before it even begins.
7th leg, Jan 2 from first. Game on.
Yeah, just stamping his authority on this match, Darren Webster. Dekker's upped his game,
100.
but it may be too big an ask to get back in this one.
Вирусная угроза была обнаружена.
60.
First time these two met was in 2014 at the Grand Slammer Darts. They were paired together in the same group, along with Michael van Gerwen and Kim Huybrechts.
100.
And neither of them managed to progress. Darren Webster finishing bottom of the group, but he actually, the closest he got to
83.
getting a win was actually when he took MVG to a last leg decider.
But that was a year when Van Gogh and Huybrechts met again, and Kim beat him in the quarterfinals.
It was
nailed the 9-dart
finish.
Something we could only dream of.
140.
Pinheiro to a dart.
You require 161. $89.
Well, here again, Webster applying an awful lot of pressure and saying to Jan Dekker, if you miss, you're out.
Does he miss?
Games from the 7th leg.
Of course he doesn't, he's double Dekker.
8th leg, Darren 2 for first, game on.
So, Darren Webster stranded on 38 for the match, but you would think he is going to get more opportunities.
81.
You'd think that, but you don't know that.
Well, if Dekker keeps his darts there, he might not.
99.
Well, when he was 4-0 down, he was averaging around about 79, Jan Dekker. In the 3 legs that have followed, he's dragged that up to 91, and he's not very far off Webster in terms of the averages. When we ask which Jan Dekker is going to turn up, is it 80 average Jan Dekker or 112 average Jan Dekker? I think both of them might have shown up. They just switched places after leg 4.
Webster
57.
still has the match in the palm of his hand. Has at least 6 darts from 2-1-4, but may well have needed that treble. And Dekker's going to need at least 1 to leave a finish.
$134. Darren, you require.
Well, he has arrived at the party, but has he arrived too late? Is it last orders for Jan Dekker?
94. Jan, you require
1 match dart missed. The 114 couldn't go for Darren Webster. The 112 for Jan Dekker could, but won't. And that means more match darts for Darren Webster. And it could well be back-to-back wins for the Demolition Man against double Dekker, having beaten him earlier on this year in the UK Open qualifiers to set up a clash with Chizzy in round 2. Double 10 the target. And double 10 is found. Darren Webster, after the incredible journey that he has undertaken to get here, the Demolition Man continues his path through to the 2nd round. Dave Chisnell, the number 9 seed, awaits for him at the German Darts Grand Prix, celebrated with a little dance from the little man. And it carries on, and I'm not sure that there's any better way to leave it for this afternoon's session than with the moves of the Demolition Man. We will be back, 7:15 start. Matters Razma, James Wade to kick off the evening session.
Happy with your game?
Yeah, a little bit shaky, but took me 24 hours to get everyone to sleep, so that's not bad for the first one. But
Oh, really? You even had such a bad trip?
yeah, they tried to burn the airport down, so we got diverted to Manchester and didn't get there till 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Me and Adrian Lewis had to get a 6. We got to Austria, and on tour to Europe just to get here.
Come on. Over Austria to Munich. My goodness. But you won. You won. You're in the 2nd round.
Very happy with that. Very happy. Yeah, yeah. To get a win is great. I mean, to come over and pick some ranking points up after that excursion was good, but played okay there. A little bit tightness, but you know, next round I've got to be on it against Tizzy, so you know, but I'm up for the game. I'm getting there now, so we'll have something.
That's cool. We're looking forward to that. Thank you very much. Darren Webster. Der Mann hat einen Horrortrip hinter sich. Der wollte eigentlich London fliegen, ist nach Manchester dann auch gefahren, ist heute Morgen dann irgendwann in Österreich gelandet, um dann hier nach München zu kommen. Und er hat auch noch